Hey guys, the Bot Builder's back, and welcome to the premiering episode of Robot Wars Alpha. Yes, this may be the B show to Request Fights Fight Night, but that still doesn't mean that it can't have some good carnage, destruction, and fight. Yes, and it's all going to be centered around one prize, the Internet Championship, currently held by the machine who's sitting at a lovely 9-0. Yes, you heard me right, 9-0. That is bigger than Whiplash's record, Wildcard. But their unbeaten streak and their championship, the Internet Championship, is in jeopardy here as well. They take on Sonnet 12 one more time in the main event of this episode. Can they go 10-0 and cling on to their championship? Or will their unbeaten streak get shattered by Alvi Islam's scary beast of a machine and also see a new Internet Champion in the process? But that isn't all as well. This episode also sees the beginning of the number one contenders tournament. Four machines all looking to become Internet Champions. And, well, we'll have round one today and the finals will main event next episode. The winners will get a title shot at whoever wins between Wildcard and Sonnet 12. So, yeah, it's overall going to be a pretty good episode. And, well, what better way to kick things off than, well, by kicking things off. Nexus EC3. And the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs for our new show. Well, we've got to bring in the golden oldies, the two best friends, Rhino and Virus. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, of course, Robot Wars Alpha's off and underway, and well, we kick things off with our first match in the first round for the number one contenders tournament. Of course, we'll see the next two robots in the next fight. And of course, they're fighting out to see who will go into the finals, which will be next episode. And it's Nexus vs EC3 Robot Combat Models taking on, well, which actually, I mean, it is the Internet Championship, so we thought, hey, let's get some YouTuber bots to see who becomes the first number one contender. Well, EC3 trying to grapple hold of Nexus. Nexus does come for a good flip, though. And again, coming for another good strong flip. EC3 are upended. EC3 upside down. Now, these two machines can put on a good fight here. Nexus, of course, semi-finalists in Series 2, impressively so. EC3 now coming in for a good little grapple here. And EC3 now coming in for a good little attack right down to Nexus. And Virus now coming in. And, well, EC3 now lifting up. Virus here, Nexus self-rights though. And Nexus now comes in for a flip. That was a very good attack right down to EC3. And this match is already off to a brilliant, fast, frenetic stop here at the minute. Nexus flipping up EC3 able to self-right though. And bringing down that clamping jaw, the Eagle's Claw. Well, that's basically what EC3 stands for, Eagle's Claw 3. It's just spelled in a really strange way. Of course, the third iteration of the Eagle's Claw series. Same finalists in Robot Wars. Omega's second account Mayhem made it to the top 4. Nexus though fighting back though. I mean, EC3 not really able to do much. Nexus comes in for a good little flip though. And another good flip right here. Although they're not able to finish off the job. Nexus coming in with some more good flips onto EC3. EC3's managing to self-right though. In fast style. It's got a very quick stream actually. EC3 does. Now EC3 though managing to come in at the side of Nexus. And oh no. Gore! Double gore right there. EC3 trying to self-right though. Now Nexus comes in and flips EC3 out the arena. And you know what they say. Eagles fly, and Eagles most certainly flew then as Nexus flipped EC3 out the arena to put their place into the main event of the next episode and the number one contenders championship tournament finals. Cease. Well, very good match to kick things off. Very fast-paced, back and forth. EC3 came with some good grabs. Nexus came with some good flips. But in the end, it was the flipper of Nexus that was able to prove the more dominant, sending EC3 out the arena. And they go through to the number one contenders tournament grand final next episode. But we'll see who they'll be fighting in that episode in our next fight. Michael Bolton. Rewind. And in the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs for our second round 1 match in the number 1 contenders tournament, we have Matilda, those front flipping tusks, and Toxic Seahorse with that vicious spike. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, who will take on Nexus in the main event of our next episode? Well, we have Michael Bolton and Rewind. We gave Rewind a place here because it put up such a good fight in the Internet Championship against Side Spinner. Of course, lost that in the first round, but what a performance it was. Only really lost due to, well, damage, really, and Michael Bolton, well, the unexplained in that, really, isn't it? I mean, of course, I'm a member, so, got to be loyal somehow. And, well, yeah, and Michael Bolton now coming in some good little pushes right there in onto Rewind. Now, Michael Bolton does have a history of losing its wheels, but, I mean, as we saw in the Casino Battle Royale, they seem to be able to pull off Canadian destroyers, despite Phil Hummel being American. An American destroyer? Yeah, an American destroyer, let's call it that. But they're currently taking on Rewind, and Rewind's a flipper. It's a flipper versus a rammer, which is a very interesting dynamic, because, of course, well, invertible rammers, you can flip them till the cows come home, but they'll just always land on their feet no matter what. And look at this, coming in with some good pushes in into Rewind, although Rewind getting around underneath Michael Bolton. Of course, Michael Bolton are in Road Wars Omega Series 3 Unfriedka. Just kind of as a thank you for Thea Hummel for making, for editing the Prime Road Wars Awards. Although Toxic Seahorse comes in, Rewind flips over Toxic Seahorse. They're just like, get out of the way. I want to have Michael Bolton all to myself, thank you. Michael Bolton managing to get away though, riding up the sides. Of course, those face blockers doing a good job at helping Rewind. Rewind trying to come for another good flip right here. And, well, Michael Bolton now coming for a good little push right here. Pushing in onto Rewind. And Michael Bolton, one of their forks is lifted up and they flipped over Rewind. And this Rewind looks to be in trouble here. I mean, Toxic Seahorse is in trouble. You can self-right. Get up, you lazy idiot house robot. I mean, you might be the best boy, but you're not the brightest boy, are you? And now, well, Michael Bolton have got Rewind up there. And this could be... Oh, look at that. Spiking right through the sides of Rewind. And now Toxic Seahorse are basically going for that smooth, soft underbelly of Rewind. Rewind, they're trying to self-right. Michael Bolton trying to push Rewind in the pit, though. Rewind trying to use that flip to flip them away. And they do so, but Michael Bolton... Oh, Rewind, so close to going in the pit. They're so close to going in the pit, but Michael Bolton, are they going to get Rewind down? Rewind are in the pits. Cease. And Michael Bolton, what a victory that was for them there. I honestly thought Rewind were going to win that match. But alas, it was not to be. Michael Bolton gets a shock victory. And they go through and they will be taking on Nexus in the main event of next episode to determine the number one contender for the Internet Championship. But speaking of the Internet Championship, let's just get straight in to our main event. And it is now time for our main event, the title match for the Internet Championship. Introducing first, the reigning Internet Champion, Wildcard! Of course, Wildcard won the Internet Championship at Worlds Collide to become the inaugural Internet Champion, and this is their first defense here in the inaugural episode of Road Wars Alpha. Of course, this machine is one impressive one. They've been unbeaten ever since they debuted all the way in Easter, and well, they've since surpassed Whiplash's unbeaten streak, and they're sitting at a lovely 9-0. One of the most exciting newcomers in Road Wars Omega, and a beast of a machine with that powerful hydraulic flipper and that CO2 powered top hinge. And well, they beat Sonnet 12 in the finals of the Internet Championship 32-Volt Cup to become the Internet Champion. But Sonnet 12 wants one more match to end what has been so far one hell of a match trilogy. And their opponents, Sonnet 12 XL. And here is the beast that is Sonnet 12 XL. Of course, Alvi Islam's machine has definitely been so much more impressive than the original Sonnet 12. And well, they've definitely proven to be a beast in Road Wars Omega thus far, being a semi-finalist, coming 4th place in the Account Mayhem, and even coming 2nd in the Internet Championship. However, this robot has got no accomplishments to their name as of yet. However, if they're able to beat Wildcard here, they could finally get that first trophy in that trophy box. They're an absolute beast of a machine. They're one of the most powerful vertical spinners, good stream X, effective side stream X, low wedge. This machine has got all the tools to beat Wildcard. However, Wildcard's beaten them twice already, but Sonnet 12 XL is looking to end what has been one of the best rivalries of the year so far, in my opinion, was Omega, and end off this trilogy with them finally coming out on top, snapping the unbeaten streak, and becoming the Internet Champion. And the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs. Neither House Robots have really done too much this episode, so they brought them in for what is going to be one colossal main event. It's Virus and Matilda. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, honestly, who is gonna win this fight? Well, already Wildcard trying to come for a good flip, and look at this! It's starting kind of like how their second encounter started. They missed time to flip, and now, oh, well, there we go! Here's what we're expecting. This is why Wildcard are unbeaten. This is why they're the Internet Champion, able to throw over this heavy vertical spinner of a machine. Just like that, Wildcard comes in for another flip right here. These two machines, this is the third time they fought this year, and this will most certainly end the trilogy. But will it end with Wildcard on top, or will it end with Sonnet 12 as the new Internet Champion, as well as beating the unbeaten streak? Well, at this rate, I actually think it's going to be Wildcard who's going to win this yet again. Although they're now suffering a bit of damage to that front flipper. Look at that! Look at that, causing some horrible damage to Wildcard. Wildcard, though, managing to get that down, though, and able to get that flipper in underneath. Look at the height Sonnet 12 gets from here. Honestly, I'm starting to think, Albie Islam, you should probably give up. You know you can't beat Wildcard. So why are you still trying? Why are you still trying to beat them? Wildcard throwing Sonnet 12 XL up into the air. Sonnet 12 XL now. Sonnet 12 now up and over, but look at that Wildcard flipper being bent back. How much is that flipper still working? That looked quite nasty. Well, it doesn't matter, because they came in with the top hinge to send Sonnet 12 XL out of the arena, and I can't believe it. Wildcard goes. They've gone 10-0. They're now 10-0, 10 unbeaten matches in a row, and the Internet Champion is staying the Internet Champion. Cease. Your winners and still Ultimate Challenge Champions, Wildcards. Hear me out here. I'm honestly surprised that Wildcard were able to dominate that. I honestly, in their first two encounters, they struggled a bit, but then they didn't struggle at all. I think they've gotten the hang of how to beat Sonnet 12. And that flipper looked damaged, but they just came with a top hinge and they basically threw Sonnet 12 out of the arena like that. And hopefully that'll be the last time we'll see those two rivals face it off. Just settle for it, Albie Islam. Sonnet 12, there's no way Sonnet 12 will be able to beat Wildcard. Come on. And Wildcard can finally put Sonnet 12 behind them and challenge and face some new challengers. And I bet you're wondering, who will their first challenger for the throne be? Well, we'll find that out next episode, as Michael Bolton and Nexus will fight it out in the #1 Contenders Tournament Grand Final. The winner gets a date with the 10-0 machine Wildcard, and see if they can break that unbeaten streak and also win the Internet Championship. But until then, the Bot Builder out.